ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea?
Hey, what's up again, everyone? This is Super T and Baby Tyson, becoming Super Dad. So as I was doing my last episode, I noticed that Sumo was in the corner. So that brought up another subject for me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have pets and dogs and cats and stuff like that. I don't know what to say for the cat owners. We don't have a cat, but we do have a dog. And one of the big subjects there is, how do you present your dog to the baby and stuff like that, okay? So on this episode, we're going to talk about dogs and how to bring the baby home to your pet. So Sumo is a Shiba Inu. He's about 40 pounds, prey-driven type of dog, all right? So what we did when we had to go into the hospital, we gave our boarding location a heads up that we may be bringing him in at any time, with just a heads up. They were cool with it. So we told them, we'll probably leave him there for a few days, depending on what happens, right? We've been boarding Sumo there for 7-8 years, so they're really friendly with us. So shout out to Dogs World Resort in Carrollton, Texas. Anyways, so we prepped the boarding place there. We got a bag for Sumo ready with dog food and toys and beds and stuff like that. So when we brought Tyson home, the best advice here was to walk your dog and get him tired first. Okay. Now some of you guys may have really small dogs and whatnot. I don't know. I think larger dogs are probably a little more prey driven. But if your dog tends to be a little bit protective of you, it's probably best for you just to go ahead and follow these pieces of advice that I found out for our dog. So I walked Sumo and get him tired a little bit, and then Cindy was at home with Tyson. And when we brought him in, he's like, "What is that?" Sumo's kind of known that something is happening. The house was changing, reorganizing, baby stuff was sitting around the house, equipment, furniture and stuff like that. So he knew things were changing. But when you bring the baby home, it's a whole different story, The rule of thumb here is to really set your boundaries for your baby and the dog. The baby needs to be the alpha here, not the dog. And that's very important because people don't understand the alpha side of things. You are the pack leader. Let's say I'm the pack leader, Cindy's the second, leader. Tyson's now the third leader. He's not the fourth because of Sumo. He needs to be the third pack leader. So therefore, when your dog comes, he has to keep his distance. You have to be able to say, "Hey, that's the furthest you can go. This is a baby. You have to respect the boundary." So, we let Sumo walk up close, but not close enough to where he could do something. So we gave him maybe a 2 feet boundary around anywhere Tyson was at. We kept, obviously you have to keep your eye on your baby. So at the same time, when you see your dog come up, you're going to be like, "Hey, stay, leave it, whatnot." So for 2 or 3 weeks, we kept that rule around the house, and everyone in the house has to follow the same rule. There's no, I feel bad for him. Oh, he's not going to do anything. No, you have to keep things consistent with your pets, just like you do with your children. But anyways, that's what we did, and it worked out really well. Now, Sumo does sniff around. We let him come a little closer, but it shows that he really respects Tyson. For example, just the other night, Cindy was telling me that, Sumo sometimes hops on the bed and just lays there, right? So he was on the bed, and then Cindy, was putting Tyson down on the bed so she can unwrap him, unswaddle him, and change the diaper. And as she put Tyson down next to Sumo actually got up and moved a foot or two away from Tyson to give him his space. That tells me that Sumo respects Tyson. And it's not because of Cindy, it's because of Tyson. So that's a good sign. So look out for signs like that. Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, man, he's awesome. That's how I train Sumo. So I would say if you don't know too much about dog rules and stuff like that, check out his episodes and learn a little bit about dog psychology. So that's how we presented Tyson to Sumo. Obviously, when Tyson gets a little bit older, we'll have a little more interaction. But right now, we still watch him. We make sure that Sumo isn't too close to him, but close enough to where when we're there, it's okay. But anyways, that's our episode on bringing baby home to doggy. Hey Tyson. Sumo, and you will be best friends later. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Super T and Tyson, baby Tyson, becoming Super Dad. Talk to you later. Until next episode.
You can count on me, 'cause I can count on